TVC News, Kaduna.
Each year, Mother's Day is celebrated on the second Sunday of May. While we appreciate our mothers here in Nigeria, we're always faced with the confusion. And the question is it Mother's Day again? In this report by Sarah Ayeku, we examine one of the reasons we think it is justifiable to have several days in honor of mothers in Nigeria.
Somebody be depressed after having a baby. I mean, you should be very happy. You just had a baby. And then I used to think after you've given birth, what follows after is like, you know, happiness, the joy of seeing your baby, you're always happy, playing with your baby. And then I was shocked because the reality was not that. I was faced with, you know, having to take care of my baby. My baby was so demanding, and I had to wake up the sleepless night I had taking care of the baby and taking care of myself. It was a whole lot. I found myself always crying for no reason, sometimes for the pains I had and the stress I went through giving birth, and sometimes for no reason I'll just be crying. But what helped me throughout this time was my husband and God.
For some, it is baby blues or postnatal depression, but it is mostly called postpartum depression, a mood disorder caused by the mental, social, and psychological effects of having a baby. This is said to be one of the most unrecognized and often undiagnosed complications of childbirth globally, yearly affecting 10 to 15% of postnatal women.
The demands that being a new mom placed on me, I guess I wasn't prepared for it. And I sat there waiting for them to talk to me about it, but it never happened. But it was quite a traumatic experience for me. Birthing the child didn't quite hurt me as the suture.
Melanie went through the pain and joy after the first child was born, but didn't think she was prepared for a second or third baby.
There was a preparatory school. I wish people were told. I wish we weren't just tipped off as, oh, it comes naturally. I wish that there was a school, as we do premarital counseling, that actually sort of does pre-motherhood counseling and tells you what the life is, what the expectation is, and again, indeed, how so much of not in control you would be of a lot of things that would happen to you. Would I normally, naturally take myself to postnatal depression? Come on, I won't wish it, not even on my enemy. I don't wish it on myself. Sometimes I go back to that space and I'm like, God, was I ever in this sort of dark space at a point in time? But indeed I was, and I'd say mothers should know, women should know.
As a mother, she felt lost, tired, exhausted, awaiting some help. But sometimes she started noticing herself drifting, not wanting to be a part of caring for the baby. It gets worse when she resented a baby. She explains that it's not like she hated a child, but the period, particularly the first trimester of the second baby, was difficult.
Constantly that office of a mother that needs to be filled in the lives of people. And so why should we then celebrate this much of an amazing phenomenon? I'd say that first it's important to celebrate mothers this much because sometimes it takes being a mother to understand what it means to wear the shoes of motherhood.
The period of pregnancy should not be seen as just a phase, but the beginning of an unending season of joy and lifelong challenges that a woman never prepares for, but has to deal with. Instead of asking why there are days in honor of mothers, why don't you ask yourself, what can I do for my mother? Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.